I am broadcasting and that I have sound. And I do, so that's great. So, for those of you who are joining me on my regular girls and boys, welcome. For those who have never watched me before and you found me and you're watching me live or on a replay, I'm grateful that you found me and that you're watching. Please leave a message or a comment, even if it's not live. I do see them after the fact. Hakisha, good afternoon, friend. How are you today? How are you? I'm still getting used to my new digs here, but it's nice. I'm enjoying my new studio. Your new set window is very nice. How are you liking it? Now you're weakish. It's like been 5 days, but it feels like 6 months. I'm enjoying it very much. Hi Mo, how are you? It's brighter, as you can see. It's on the main floor, and I'm going to be getting blinds. Those are old blinds that I've had for 20 something years that used to go behind the curtain. But now I'm going to get the, bottom up, top down ones, and so I can let the light in. So I do like that. I like it a lot. It's warmer than my downstairs, but it will also be hotter in the summer. So I'm going to have to figure that out. Your big shot broke, but it's celebration, so that makes me happy. So you mean your big shot broke, so now you're going to be able to get a Stampin' Cut and Emboss and get a bunch of freebies? Is that what you're thinking? I think that's what you're thinking. It's always a bright side, Keisha, right? If we just look for it, there's always a bright side. Okay, so I got Mo and I got Keisha, and that's all I've got. And I've got me, and more people will come. So today, let's show you what we're going to be playing with today. Today we're going to be playing with Be My Valentine Suite. I'm going to move my comments over there so I can see what you guys are saying. So we've got the stamps and the coordinating punch. Keisha, you were asking me how I'm doing. I love my new space, but I'm not as organized. I have to get I'm organized in terms of my things are here, but I'm not organized in terms of my presentation. So my apologies, you guys. I should have brought out the paper to show you, but if you've got the catalog, you can see it on page 9. I love this ribbon. I'm not using it today, but it's the Sweet Sorbet ribbon, and these cute little pillow boxes are sweet. So the suite's got lots of things that you can have a look at. It's also got these adhesive backed hearts and flowers, which are really sweet. Okay, so that's the suite. I think it goes on to the next page. Yeah, it does. Here it is. So here's the Be My Valentine stamp set and Be My Valentine Bee Builder Punch in the bundle. Okay, so I'm going to create a card. I don't know what it's called. Somebody will know what it's called. I think it's called a split front. Does that sound right? Split front card? I don't know. We'll play with it and we'll see what happens. Okay, so I've got thick basic white, and I just realized another thing. Every time I'm doing a live or doing something in my office, I'm aware of different noises that we never used to hear. So behind me is a gaggle of middle school kids, about 600 of them, will be going up the street right in front of my house at 3 o'clock every day, which I should consider. But I don't know if you can hear them, so maybe it's okay. Anyway, I can hear them. So we've got our basic white, thick. I like it better than just using the regular weight cardstock, because when you start adding things, it's nice to have some body. Okay, so it's 8.5 by 5.5, scored at 4 1/4, and that's how we're going to get our card front. Okay, so we've got that. I got a scrap of basic white because I got to stamp some bees, and I've got some of that DSP. Somebody is saying they love this suite, but you're just showing as a Facebook user, so I can't see who that is. So whoever you are, thank you. We got Janice. Janice, you don't have the bee set, but I just know your light will be great for ladybugs. It will actually be great for ladybugs and lots of other things, so you're good. Hi, Judy. How are you? How is it? Oh, Alberta's warm. They've warmed up, right? Do you know that here, my son lives about about an hour's drive. Hi, Al. from me, just in the valley, in Vancouver here in the valley. They call it Fraser Valley. And his area was the hot spot in Canada yesterday. It was 18 degrees. That's like May. That's crazy. Anyway, crazy weather. But I did hear it was warm in southern Alberta. Anyway, I'm not sure. Oh, and Edmonton too, I think too, though. Okay, so here's our DSP. So cute. Be mine. Isn't it cute? So we got flowers on one side. We got these cute little bees. That's the other side. Little flowers and stripes. Okay, so we're going to be using that. I've got 2 strips of sweet sorbet. I think these are about a 1/2 inch. Let's just measure them. Yeah, 1/2 inch. And then these are just arbitrary, 6 inches, 1/2 inch by 6 inches. Okay. And then I think that's all I need. Yeah, that's all I need. Okay. So what we're going to do is take our designer series paper, decide which pieces we want facing up when we're creating our card. So I want the bees and the flowers. So those are going to be facing up. I've got them together. And I'm going to measure 2.5 inches along the bottom of my DSP. I'm going to just put a little mark there. And then on the left side here, I'm going to go down 3/4 of an inch. I'm thinking that this is a little arbitrary, that you could probably do whatever you wanted, but I'm measuring 3 3/4 from the top right down. Whoops, 3 3/4, not 3.5. So I'm going to mark that again. Okay. Next, we're going to create some diagonals. So I'm going to bring in my trimmer and I'm going to cut from that little mark, that 1/2 inch mark down here, okay, to where we measured in 2.5, okay. So we're going to line up the pencil marks where the grooves of the trimmer are. Okay, so that's what we've got. Okay, sort of holding it down while you bring your blade down. Okay, so we've got that piece. And then we're going to cut from this mark here up to the 1/2 inch. Okay. So again, from that mark to that mark, put that down, hold that in place, and trim up. Okay. Then we're going to end up with pieces that look like this. If we were putting this back together, this is what it would look like. I need a piece from this pattern and a piece from this pattern, and it's up to you which way you want it. I would like my bees on the top and my flowers on the bottom, so I can make another card with the same elements, just with the opposite pieces. When I'm left with this piece in the middle, I mean, you can use it for things. Doesn't it look like a necktie? It does, doesn't it? Like you could make it like a little necktie, maybe a masculine card for somebody. Okay, so that's the pieces that I'm going to need. Now, on my original card, I did not do this, but I'm going to try and remember how I wanted to do this. I want to glue this down so that I've got a little bit of a border here of the sweet sorbet, okay? I made this card before I moved my office. That's how long ago it was. So I'm really going from memory, which sometimes cannot be my friend. Right? You guys like that? Like you're like, ooh, this is not my friend. I'm just gonna make sure I've got this the way I want it. Gonna have some glue along the side here, and I'm gonna just run a little bead of glue down there. Gosh, I didn't even make my card like this one, so I'm really going out on a limb here, you guys. But I know you won't. You will support me. Okay, then I'm just going to take my scissors and trim this off. And then I'll show you what I have. Okay, so that's what I ended up with. I've got my piece, and I got a little piece of a sweet sorbet. Okay, Boy, the noises that I hear are going to take a bit of time for me to get used to. Just saying. Okay, so I want to put a little piece of glue there and here, and then just running a little bead of glue up the edge. And lay that down, and I'm just eyeballing to get the same just edge of sweet sorbet that I have on my other piece. I'm really just guessing. Okay, I'm going to trim that off, and then I'm going to trim this off. Okay. All right. So there's my two pieces. I'm going to bring back that front that we had. And I noticed I've got myself, I think I got black on it. That must have been my fingers somehow. So let's turn that around. So now I've got my bees at the top, and I've got my little piece here. Now, what I have noticed is you have to overlap them, and it's a question of which one you want to be on top of the other. I don't think there's a right or wrong, but I'm actually going to put my little triangle. Yeah, I'm going to do that. So this is where it's going to be. Okay, so it's going to look like this. I'll put it on and I'll hold it up in a sec to show you what I'm trying to do here. Hold this in place. This is just kind of a rough. So that's what it's going to look like. But I want to stamp something in here, and I want to make sure that I don't go over my lines. So let me line this up the way I want, and then I can measure. So I'm just going to put a little mark here and a little mark here, a little mark there and there. Just hopefully that works so I can see where my piece is going to be. Fingers crossed, you guys. Fingers crossed. Like I said, I made this card about 2 weeks ago and just found that I cut it all, so I was ready to go. Hi, Jacqueline. How are you? We're working with Be Mine Suite, so the Be My Valentine stamp set. Okay, so let's grab the little bee. What do you call that? The bee path? The path of the bee? I don't know what we call it. And I want to line this up, hopefully where my bee is going to go. So I'm going to guess. Oh, I'm guessing. Okay, fingers crossed. Okay, so I've got a bee mark there, and then I want it's going to have flown in from somewhere. So let's, I should do it this way. So we're going to also have, this little bee has taken a funny little path. There he is. Okay. Then I want to add my words, but I think I might have made a mistake. So I'm going to just see where this is. I might not be able to fit my words in. In that case, I'll have to figure out something else. I might have to figure out something else. I'm going to do something and just hope it works out. Okay. It might not, and in that case, live and learn. I'm going to take the words Be Mine, and I'm not going to worry that it's going to be over the B. Okay, it's going to be Mine. Such is life. And I just erase those little marks. Okay, that's good. Okay. Let's glue this on before we do anything else. How's everybody doing? You're all very quiet today. Very quiet. Okay, I'm just going to glue that like so. And then glue that on. Let's see here. And like I said, it will overlap, and that's okay. Okay. All right. There we go. All right, so we do have the Be Mine in kind of a weird spot, but that's okay. It'll work out. All right, next up, let's make a bee. So I'm going to grab that strip of basic white. What I want to do is I want to do some embossing. I'm going to take my embossing buddy and I'm going to go right across this entire sheet of basic white. Okay, get that really, get all those oils off. So I'm going to be using black embossing powder. And when you use black embossing powder, you really want to get rid of as much oil from your fingers as you can. All right, so I've got the bumblebee bum. And look at this. I treated myself. New room, new verse mark. Doesn't look like a science experiment. I'm so excited. New pot of black. Gee, fresh new start. So I'm going to stamp my bumblebee butt. And then I've got bumblebee eyes. And if you can't see where this should go, you can add them later. We'll just have to hope that that's okay. I've got some bumblebee wings. I need two sets of wings. And then I've got bumblebee antenna. Okay. And then we're going to add our black embossing powder to the whole shoot and match here and hope that we have used enough embossing buddy so that we looks good. Just going to keep adding that. Okay, that's good. I'm going to leave it like that and collect up. I don't think I pressed that hard enough. It's hard to tell when you're using Versamark if you've pressed the stamp down hard enough, because you also don't want to be smushing it out because then it looks blurred, right? So let's turn this over. We'll give it a little flick. I'm not worried about anything outside of the images, like here. Not too worried about that because we're going to be punching these out. That's pretty good. Okay, let's grab our heat tool. Okay. I'm just going to heat those up. I know, isn't my Versamark beautiful? Like, it's worth looking at one more time. Look at that. So pretty. I'm just having like mold, I think, growing on mine. Mind you, I haven't changed it probably in 15 years. So I thought, oh, I got a new one. I'm going to treat myself because I found the new one, of course, as I was moving. So why not, right? So we've got our little wings here. And our little wings. And our antenna. Okay, it's good. What I did was I went ahead earlier, but you can see there's my little strip, but it's hot and I want to keep going here. So here's the piece that I did earlier. Same thing, okay? Let's grab Lemon Lolly. I don't use Lemon Lolly very often, but I thought I could use it for my bee. And these images are awesome. There are 2 steps. So you can see, right, that you can stamp your body of your bee with your little stripes on your body, the body of the bee. And then we can stamp the inside of the wings. Okay. So Lemon Lolly. And I'm just going to line that up and stamp our body right on top of that embossing. There. Excellent. And then for our wings, I've got the heart, and I'm going to use Balmy Blue, but I don't want it to be full strength. So I'm going to ink it up and then stamp it off and then go back in just a lighter blue. Okay. Stamp it off. Lighter blue. Perfect. Okay, I think that's all I need. So let's move all of this out of the way. And then we need to grab punch. Here's the punch. Okay. And just looking for my, oh, got two pieces. One I did the whole thing, so we'll just stamp this. We'll just punch this one out. So just line it up inside your punch. So I turn my punch over and I line up my bee. So cute. And then I'm going to move it along, and I'm going to just trim this off because I might have to manipulate my paper to fit in. Oh, there we go. Excellent. So that fits one set of wings. And I need to trim it off a titch just so that it goes in. Are you guys punch people or die people? It's hard for some people to, especially if they've got arthritis, to use the punches. So they prefer the dies. But then I've got a lot of people who don't want to have a whole bunch of dies and they like the punches and the ease of the punch. They just have to grab the punch and away they go. Now, this little heart here also cuts out the antenna. Very carefully, just have to line it up. Hopefully I'm on camera. Let me just look up. Oh yeah, pretty good. Just gonna hold it in place like that. And then punch down. There we go. Okay. So here's our little bee. So cute. Now, I am going to just be lazy and grab some Scotch tape. Now you could have your bee, you could have your wings on both sides, on one side, but I'm going to put one on each side of my bee. Okay, so I'm going to do that, and I'm just going to take a piece of Scotch tape and line it up. Okay, I might be up a little high. Turn my little bee over. Oh, he's good. And then I just want to have my antenna at the top of my bee. Isn't he cute? Such a happy little bee. Happy little bee. Okay, this is the cutest set, and the designer series paper is really adorable. So, sorry, there's our little bee. Okay. Now, where's our card? Ah, here it is. So our bee is going to go here, but on my original card, I just popped it up with dimensionals, but I thought maybe we should add a wobble. I thought, oh, wobble would be cute. So let's take the backing off a wobble. I just got these on Amazon. I think you can probably get them. In fact, I know you can get them probably on in your local scrapbooking store. They're called wobbles. Some people make them themselves out of wire. Good for them. I'm not one of those people, but yay for those people, right? So let's put our little bee on here. Okay, and then look, he wobbles. Like cute. So cute. Let me move all of this. All right, so that's our card, the wobble one and the popped up one. And this one I did not put the layering pieces of cardstock underneath. I like it, I think, with the cardstock. Oh, let's put some of these on. Goodness gracious. I'm going to grab a heart. Aww. And a little flower. Oops. Come on. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Not wanting to come up. Come on. Okay, everybody. There. Gotcha. Flower. And then how about a little pink flower? I think that would be good. There. Okay. All right. So we've got a wobble and a non-wobble. Both very cute. Okay. Do you want to see some other cards? Let's show it now. The inspiration for this card, or for this, not the card but itself, but the technique, because I'd never done it before, was a card that my sister sent me. And it was this one here. Now, she used the perennial lavender. My sister Mo, who's always watches me. So my sister Mo Dickey sent me this. Isn't it pretty? And I thought, how did she do that? Like, I had no idea how she did it. Anyway, it's called a split card, I believe. Anyway, she's got the beautiful embossing folder on here in the paper. Isn't that pretty? So you just see that, and then of course the little butterfly in her case. Really pretty. Oh, she probably stamped inside. She did. Very pretty. Okay, so that's the fun fold, I suppose you could call it. And remember, I was saying you can have either one of these. This can be on top of this, or vice versa. So Mo did it with the top piece on top, and I did it with the side piece on top. But either one's fine. Okay. Here's some more bee cards. Now, I think I did make this one on a previous live. What are you guys talking about? Where's the second butterfly? I don't know. Did it fall off? Maybe it fell off. Thanks, Marilyn. The layering cardstock makes a big difference. It does. I think it does. Michael's has wobbles. Thank you, Levine. Thank you. Okay, so here's another bee card. I made this on a previous live, right? Again, don't know what this fold is called, but it's cute. This one here, I was trying to use up all the leftover DSP. So it was cute. These are just rectangles. And I did do a sample of this one using different bits. So it's on a previous live. I just didn't show this one, okay? This one here is a faux step card. You can see, right? So again, just using up the designer series paper, a little bee. And then you can mix and match. So this one here is a card using the paper from the suite. But this is the little fluffiest friends, which is part of the online exclusives. And then You're as Sweet as Honey is from the Be My Valentine, but we've just mixed and matched it. So here he is enjoying his pot of honey with the bees, and then it ties in with the bee paper. So yeah, think outside the box and mix and match. Okay, now what did I just do with the cards? Oh, here they are. Goodness gracious. So yeah, here's the cards. Okay, I'm going to come back over here where I can see you, or you can see me, or we can see each other. Here we go. There we go. Okay. So I've got to show you my host code. There's my host code, N26UG3S. So if you're placing an order, you're going to want to use that if it's more than $50, because then you're going to get a free little gift in the mail. And of course my shop, my store, I'll show you that just in case. So shopcrazywithalison.com. It also will work with .ca, but .com seems to be less fussy. So just use the .com. Okay. And what else did I want to say? I think that's it. I am back on live on Sunday at 10 a.m. So I will see you then. Now, tomorrow, February 1st, I should tell you some things. So you all know that it's Celebration, right? So Celebration. And you can pick your favorite free product when you spend $60 or $120. Tomorrow, Stampin' Up! Is announcing even more free gifts that can be earned during Celebration. I don't know what they are. I am going to go out on a limb and say that they're from current product lines, meaning they're not going to be things that we've never seen before, not like the Celebration brochure. It's going to be products from our mini catalog or our annual catalog or our kits or something. It's going to be a product that we already have. But they're going to say, but during February, when you make an order of $60 or $120, you can pick one of these from our current product line. So we'll have to wait till tomorrow to see what that is. All right. Any other questions? Let's see. No more questions. Oh, Levine, hi. You have to get hubby to punch for me. Yeah, that's the problem, is that sometimes it's hard on our hands to punch, but a lot of people prefer punches. We don't have a lot of them anymore, but it's nice when they match up. Hi, Carol. You ink with wrist mark and then with the black, so you can get the stamped image better to emboss. That's true. You can do that. Yeah. Your heat tool burnt out? Oh dear. We're just talking Keisha's Big Shot burnt out, and now your heat tool's burnt out. Well, it's Celebration Living, so if you buy a new heat tool, you can pick something free. And you know how to find me. You've shopped with me before, so you know how. All right, everybody. No more questions, so I'm just going to leave you there, and I'll see you Sunday. So thanks so much for joining me today. Appreciate it. Happy stamping.